naturally. I did not know it was love. The next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, oh, oh. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Makes me feel this.
We've been sailing south as we head for the Bahamas. After about 12 days and nights traveling and anchoring, we decided to pull into a marina to do a few things. Clean the boat, do some laundry, restock on some needed boat supplies, and provision for our trip across the Gulf Stream. This leg of our journey was great. No major issues, and we've learned a lot, so why not share some of that with you?
So how many nights has it been now?
7.
Night night, buddy. I love you.
Good night. Is it 7 or 8?
I don't know.
I feel delusional.
Well, you know what? We try to count them up, and they really do run together. Like even though you're moving, and then some places you should stay more than one night, and they run together for
And then,
sure.
yeah, you're like, and even we're like, where did we stay last night? And I'm like, I don't know. And I had to look at my captain's blog, because every night I've been trying to write about it. And I'm like, oh, this is where we stayed.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because as you're hopping along, you start like doing this with other boats. So
Yeah, you're going with the same people basically.
yeah, but you're constantly doing this. So it's
You're
kind of
passing,
cool.
and they're passing you, and all that. Yeah.
Some of them you love, and some of them you hate.
Oh, we can get into that later. Let's talk about things you've learned so far.
Wow, I have a list. You'll learn along the way that anchorages, like we stayed at one called Mosquito Lagoon, and we're like, we didn't even think twice about it, but
I did.
that sucker's filled with mosquitoes. I'm just gonna go through my list quickly, very quickly. Okay, so today I learned, especially, do not sit your electronics underneath your portholes and your hatches. We did that.
Yeah, we were beating.
He did that.
We were beating. Well, we had a Wi-Fi booster. When I say had, I mean we had a Wi-Fi booster, and it was up in the V-berth near a porthole, and we were beating into the wind today. And when you beat
I
into
had
the
everything
wind,
closed. Let's start there. I had everything closed, and he's like, "Open everything
well,
up,
get
get a
some air
breeze
down there, you
in."
know. So, yeah, anyway, a bunch of salt water came in. So when you beat into the wind, water splashes over the bow, and it comes into the hatch.
Another thing is close your toilet lid. Today, I walked into the head as we were under sail, and there's toilet water splashing out. Oh, and not only that, my makeup fell into the toilet bowl that was filled with pee.
There's a pump action toilet, so you pump it. Maybe we'll do a whole thing on it.
Jabsco.
Jabsco?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pump it. But no matter what, like water kind of seeps in there, and you always get like that much at the bottom.
And some of it comes back in through your tubing or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like a little bit of
your
pee in there. And so
anyways, my makeup.
Reese has gotten in there.
is close your toilet lids. Another thing I learned was gimbal your stove. We have a gimbal. I think that's an option on some boats. Get a gimbal.
Definitely.
Seriously.
You definitely want a gimbal stove.
Our stove, and I'm gonna film it for you guys, it was like this, and I was like looking down, and I'm like, that's not right. It's all gonna fall. Gimbal that sucker. Wear closed-toed shoes when you sail.
Yeah, well, we were sailing today, and we heeled over, and somebody didn't push the drawer in. So like the drawers, when they go in, they pop down and they lock. Well, I always complain about how this drawer's never pushed all the way in because we have this little baby thing on there. Anyway, it wasn't pushed in all the way, and it's a drawer that's like this deep, and it came out and crushed your toe.
It carries tools and everything, so it was like full force. Stick my foot in the camera.
Can you see it?
Honey, help me.
You're a nerd.
Hi. Hi.
It's probably getting into the head.
Reese. Hi. 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 You got chocolate all over your face. My cookie monster. Oh, come on. got the boat and like when we first started out anchoring, I used to get buckets of water and wash down the anchor, because when you got to pick up your anchor to reset or you put too much chain out, a lot of times when you pull it up, it's mucky stuff that comes up and it gets up here dirty, and then it slowly runs down your boat. And us, we're clean freaks. And I would get these buckets, like Reese's Toys, and dunk it in the water and then wash off the boat, and it would take me like an hour. And then we finally realized we have a saltwater wash down. And it's seriously the best feature that you could have, and every single boat that we own will have this feature. And what we do is, after we're all set with the anchor and everything else, Jeremiah actually opens the through hull, then he turns on the accessory, and then we grab this hose or other hose, which is much nicer because this one was closer. And I start at the very top, my anchor and my rope, and I kind of just rinse it all down. And I start up here and I get under everything, pick everything up. We also pick up our jib sheets and our furling, and I rinse off all the dirt. And then tomorrow morning when we pick our anchor up, I will do the same thing. So as our anchor's coming in, I will take this over here and rinse off our anchor. Like, this totally looks like a man's thing. What in the world is going on?
I'm just labeling our rounds, some of our rounds. So just put them in a plastic bag, making sure we have the right amount, labeling what type the round is and the quantity. Obviously, you got your buckshot, bird, and whatever else fancy kind of rounds we might have. That's it.
All right.
Have fun.
Yeah, this is gross. All right, you guys ready to see some pure nastiness? It's so gross. Okay, so we have had this fridge problem since we moved on the boat. I don't know why, but like water collects in the corner and it smells and it's nasty, and I can't believe I'm sharing this with the world, but I am. It's embarrassing because I'm a clean freak, but I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. I clean my fridge every week, and no matter what I do, it's disgusting. So here it is. Yeah, it's nasty. I know. Please don't comment and tell me how gross it is. I already feel like I'm gonna throw up. Okay, so what we're doing is replacing all this silver stuff and then all the tape, and I'm gonna rip it up and I'm gonna see what's under there. I'm praying that it's nothing crazy, and you know, maybe this can help our problem a little bit more. I know it's not a solution, it's more like a band-aid, but I cannot handle the smell anymore. So it's not too bad. At least there isn't like mold or something growing. This is before I cleaned it. Obviously, I'm gonna give it a really good cleaning. That's what it looks like underneath that liner. So we bought new liner. I'm gonna clean it and then reline it with that foamy stuff. It's retaping where the old owners taped, like the wiring that connects to the freezer and around the lip right here. I figured they taped the right spots for a reason, so I'll follow their lead. Hopefully this is flipped the right way. Let's see. We have the fridge done, and I'm ready to put all our stuff back in. What we did was we ripped out all the insulation and the Gorilla Tape that the old owners had back in here, and got right down to the hull area. I scrubbed it real good, and then we cut new insulation, Gorilla Taped everything that was Gorilla Taped, cleaned it all out really good. And then we have these dividers in here I want to show you guys. So don't look at my freezer because that's not done, but the fridge area. Now I'm gonna work on the freezer. We wanted to do this before we cruise the Bahamas. One, because it's embarrassing as crap and we have people coming on board. We're cleaning it. And secondly, because we're gonna be on the hook, playing some hooky. We won't be in a marina, and it's easier to do it in a marina. You stink.
I do. I smell really bad. I haven't showered for like 3 days.
Oh my gosh, I can't get
Hey,
him to shower.
It's cold out here.
I'm showering. It's gross.
So the solar showers don't solarize. Unless there's sun. And it's been cloudy ever since we left.
I shower though in the freezing cold.
I don't know if she does that.
And he sits there and he makes fun of me, but I'm clean.
I don't make fun of her. I just laugh at you.
And you say, "Is
As
it
you're
cold?"
freezing, I'm like,
You know
"Is it cold, baby?"
it's cold out.
I use baby wipes.
Okay, well, since he wouldn't refuse to shower and he was doing like baby weight showers, I give Reese a sponge bath when it's too cold.
Why don't
He
you
got
give me
a
a
sponge-
sponge bath?
You did get a sponge bath.
I give myself a sponge
I'm
bath.
sorry. So he is sponge bathing.
But
so
it
it's
doesn't
not
work
like
obviously because I stink.
No, I'm just
I did that today.
We're learning our positions within the boat. He does
Captain.
more. Yes, we know. Behind every good captain, there's a good woman.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a good quote.
You really do have to have somebody completely focused on sailing and running the boat, especially when you have a baby on board. That makes it easier for me. I can really focus on Reese, and I kind of just jump back and forth. I'm really tired at the end of the day, and I'm really annoyed by getting asked things to do, but it works. So this is Bella. People have been asking about her. She's back on the boat. She's been our dog for 8, going on 9 years. She went and stayed with our friend for about 2 months, maybe 3 months, because our friend had just lost their dog. Bella could really mend her heart, so Bella went and stayed with her for a little bit, and now Bella's back.
Oh, I never hit record. Just kidding.
Provisioning for a trip takes careful planning. You have to be sure you have everything you need for an extended amount of time without going over your budget or exceeding the space you have to store it all. Here, we've purchased most of the things we need, so let's see how it goes. Everything is now into categories on the boat, and I'll kind of just give you a little rundown of everything. So right here I have my pastas, desserts, rices, all that kind of stuff. I do try to buy stuff in bags opposed to boxes the best that I can, because you do have to transfer everything out of boxes into bags anyways, and that'll save me time, which takes away stress. And then here's my condiments. I have just drinks over here, cereals. These will come out of the boxes as well. All my snacks will come out and they'll get put nice and neatly into the boat because they can get smushed. And then all my canned food. Now you do need to take the wrappers off these and write on them exactly what they are. And that kind of helps with the bug situation, cockroaches. Thank goodness I've never had a problem, and I don't want one. So another thing I wanted to share with you guys before I forget, get bay leaves. Take a handful of them and throw them in a bag in your flowers, your rices, all that type of stuff. It will keep you from the
Weevils.
I always mix up that word. Yes, make sure you do that. We haven't had a problem. I do that and hopefully it stays that way. Now, I do have cockroach killer, as you can see, just in case, because when you are in a marina, cockroaches are bad, and I think it's probably because of garbage cans and stuff around the boats, and they can come on your boat, so I do keep these on the boat just in case. I'm not really happy with this grocery shop. I've done a provision before a couple months back and I got way more. I did go to base. This time I had to go to Walmart because we were really far from the base. There's no way I could have driven there. So I'm gonna put all this stuff away, and even though we've spent more money, I'm going to go back if I have space to get more food. I still need to go and get all my fresh stuff, my fruits, my veggies, my breads, all that type of stuff, but I like to do that a day or two before we leave. So as soon as we get a weather window, I'll hit Publix and go get all that stuff. So I do expect to spend more and bring more on the boat, but this will give you guys a little good idea. Another tip I wanted to share with you guys, keep your grocery bags if you can. I like to fold them up really nice and neat. They take up less space. My husband and I have this argument all the time. He likes to ball them up. Take the 10 minutes, fold them up, put them away. They can act as a good garbage bag and save you money, and they fit perfectly if you have a small boat in the garbage bag, but all you yachties, don't even worry about it. If you enjoy the videos that we bring to you, then please join us on Patreon. Or you can always drop us some love via PayPal by visiting our blog at www.lazygeckos.net. Vimeo viewers get all the behind-the-scenes action.